Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another episode of our non-league to Legend Save. And today we're here with the summer at the end of season 4. Every single year we've got promoted as a manager. We won the conference, we won the League 2 division, we won League 1. Then we've gone up via the playoffs with Cardiff. The other promotions were with Notts County, our former side, who happened to get relegated this season. But we have literally been promoted every single year as a manager, which is unbelievable. And I can't believe that we're actually succeeding this well. Hopefully we can continue going forward, but I don't know. But as you can see here, a couple of little things. BT's very, very happy about the promotion. Rule sets a new average. What's this? New average rating record. That's a mouthful. The average 7.56 rating was in 40 appearances is better than Anthony Knockhart's Sky Bet Championship average rating of 7.29 in the first season. Jopper Guy sets a new clean sheet record, which is 27, and he would have had 28 if he was allowed to be involved in the playoff final, but unfortunately he was wearing international duty, which makes a lot of sense, doesn't it? But he's beat the previous record of 19, and Rules beats the player of the match record as well. Instead of Tom Bradshaw, who set that in 2021, he's gone and got 11. Hold on. He's matched it. He hasn't beat it. He's matched it. So that's unbelievable. That's a very, very, very good squad season. And here's the end of season review, which players inducted into the Cardiff overall best 11. Now let's see if any of these are players that we brought in. No, they're all previous players. Joppin Guy, player we brought in though, straight onto the bench. He'll be in the first team going forward because he will be our Premier League goalkeeper. I'm almost sure of it. And that's about it actually. End of season awards. This will actually be very important for us. Antonin Barak, the player that I said I would have given player of the season for, has got signing of the season for free from Udinese, and he came in. He played 41 appearances, scored 9 goals, 4 assists, 8 player of the matches, man of the matches, 7.28 average rating. And for a player coming in from abroad that's never played in this division before, that is unbelievable. And to get him on a free as well, I'm over the moon. He's absolutely brilliant. Then you've got goal of the season, Che Adams. We'll look at that in a minute. Player of the season, Joe Rules has absolutely stormed it. 72%, leading Barak with 12 and Regan Booty with 9%. And Mamadou Kouadio, young player of the season, another player we brought in, 20 years old. I knew he'd go 40, it'd be amazing. So, very happy about that. Top goal scorers, Mario Alvia with 13 goals. Most assists, Joe Rules. Highest average rating, Joe Rules as well. Best pass completion, Santiago Colombato. Joe Rules there with the man of the matches. Then you've got Patterson with the most yellow cards, and then Joe Rules and Patterson with a red card each. So let's go and have a look at the goal of the season. I'm not overly sure I remember this goal, but we'll remind ourselves in a second when we see it. And here it is, Will Volks. He passes it to Jake Kane, who lumps over the top. I remember this goal. Che Adams on the volley, first time, stretching, brilliant finish, and that deserves goal of the season. We've had a few long-range efforts, but for technique, that deserved it. The season review itself, we lost in the Emirates FA Cup, 3rd round to Arsenal. 4th in the Sky Bet Championship, but we got promoted in the playoffs. And Carabao Cup, we lost in the first round to our rivals, which was very, very disappointing. Moment to forget, a 4-1 defeat to Wigan. And match of the season, a 3-0 win over West Brom. I'm surprised it wasn't a 6-1 against Barnsley. But I don't know who votes on that, but whatever. 84% full for the average attendance as well, which is really good. The board are delighted. Glow the club's reputation. We've done that because we've got promoted. Squad dynamics. They love us, so all good there. Injury, yeah, I don't really care. We'll look at that in a minute. We'll do all that when we've clicked off. Accidentally pressed on Fraser Thomas. Joe Rules wins player of the season. Is this the fans' player of the season? He's just won a player of the season, so fair enough for him. Well done. And Cardiff players named in team of the season. Kouadio, I knew he'd be good going forward. And Joe Rules as well. brilliant signings they are. So, you'll be rejoining us when we make a signing or let somebody go. So, the first signing we will be making in this transfer window is Jeremy Gillin, I believe it's pronounced. I'm not overly sure, don't count me on that, but he looks like a really good player. 14 first touch, 15 heading, he's got 14 passing, he's got ball playing defender / deep line playmaker, anchorman, halfback, so he fits both tactics. So I believe this is definitely a good deal and we should go through with it because he's been playing in Ligue 1 all these years in the first team for Rennes. So yeah, I believe it's worthwhile transfer. And I think it was the guy we've got doing the transfers right now that made this offer. So I'm going to go through with it. And yeah, he's going to cost us £6.5 million out of our £37.5 million budget. So I think it's definitely worth doing. So let's accept that and hopefully find some other players in the future. It's our director of football that's in charge of the transfers. And yeah, he found this beauty and I had to bring him in. 3.5 star current ability, 3.5 star potential because he's 26 years old. And the fans are pleased. So that's all that matters to me. So it's a good deal, worth doing, and we'll send him on an intensive language course and we'll move on. So there's been a little development during this summer transfer window, guys. And it's Leicester have offered me an interview. I've had the interview and they're quite interested in appointing me. So I'm very interested to see what happens there. They're apparently a top table fighting side with a budget of £90 million. Compare that to what we've got here. So I am interested. I certainly hope the opportunity would come up to manage them. We are now favourites for the job. I would love that job. So I'd let you know if anything happens, guys. So, we're continuing the transfer window with our current side, Cardiff City. And as you can see here, Keane Lewis Potter looks like he's going to be our new signing. He looks like a decent little player, 22-year-old from Hull City. Been there his entire career. Started getting goals every year. 1 goal, 4 goals, 8 goals, 9 goals. He's getting better every single season. And I believe it's time to give him a chance in the big leagues. So he's going to cost £5.5 million. Could rise to 6.75. And this is a deal that, I mean, I've had absolutely nothing to do with, if I'm honest with you. It's all been down to the background staff and the director of football again. But we're going to confirm it because I think he looks like a very, very good player. So let's get Keane Lewis Potter into the side. And hopefully he is going to be a good sign and a good addition if we remain at City for this Premier League season. Right, guys, we all know what this means. Leicester have requested us to change the backroom staff. We are going to get given the Leicester City job. And this is a hell of a jump up as well. So we're going to suggest changes. I really would like James Beattie to come with us, which he will agree to. Perfect. So we're going to bring James Beattie with us. Who else would like to come with us? That's about it, really. We'll keep the rest of their staff because they're probably better than ours. Goalkeeping coach, got Mike Stowell. We're going to bring Mark Poom with us, why not? And other than that, I think the current staff we've got here will let remain at Cardiff, and we'll bring James Beattie with us and Mark Poom, and that is it. So let's confirm that. And I believe we might be about to be appointed Leicester City manager. And as you can see here, guys, we have the negotiations to become the Leicester manager. I actually can't believe this has happened. I seen the job pop up on the available jobs little bit, the job centre, and I thought I'd apply for it because it looked like a nice little opportunity. I didn't expect to be offered it. So we're gonna start negotiations. We're fine with all that. What do they want to offer us? 56k a week! That is a huge improvement on what we're currently on. What are we currently on? We're on 10k a week, boys! We're going up to 56! Yes. We're going to sign with Leicester City. What an opportunity this is. It's come out of absolutely nowhere. And we're now the Leicester City manager. What's happened? Absolutely unbelievable. In a move which is sure to spark plenty of heated debate, Chris Batten has left Cardiff City to join divisional rivals Leicester. Questions will be raised as to why Batten made the decision to take up a different job within the same division, but he'll be faced pressure to bring immediate success to the King Power Stadium, given his former employers and previous standing. Cardiff will be now looking for a new manager. Cardiff have paid 875k in compensation. I'm fine with that. Beattie and Poom will join me. Batten's earned himself a reputation for signing players under the age of 23, and it appears to be a great fit for the club. Current vision at the King Power Stadium. Batten lifted the League One with Notts County in 2022. Also lifted the Conference, going invincible. I lifted League Two, and I lifted the Championship playoffs. But we'll forget all that. But we are now the Leicester City manager. And as you can see here, Leicester have won the Premier League 2016. They've won the Sky Bet Championship many times. The Carabao Cup. League One. They haven't won the FA Cup yet, so that's something we could be aiming for. But I cannot believe we are now the Leicester manager. We've got players like Mariano, Goretzka, Maddison, Chidori, Mendy, Tavares, Dolberg, Diaz. Oh, we've got a great side. Oh, I'm over the moon with this. But yes, guys, I'll bring you anything if it does happen to happen in the transfer market. But we are now at Leicester City. This is just a little improvement on our budget. £90 million transfer budget. We'll ignore the overall balance over here because that'll fix itself at the end of the season with the Premier League income. But, I mean, what an opportunity to take. We had to take it. We're going to go and see now what we can bring in. So, our first signing as Leicester City manager is going to be Callum Hudson-Odoi. The reason for this, he was available for cheaper than his value. He's 22 years old. He's in a position that I would like to strengthen. And he's also English, so he fits into the English category. The what do they call it? The agenda we need in the Premier League to fill the quota. That's the one. So £24 million is all he's going to cost us. £21.5 million in the fee, and then everything else is added up. So I think it's really worth doing. So let's get Callum Hudson-Odoi in. Welcome to Leicester. Second signing, almost immediately afterwards, Valentino Livramento. Now, I was in and arming about this one. I was thinking, do we need him? Do we not? But then I thought, he's 20. He's being picked up from a rival club. He's currently unhappy. We're getting him at a cut price. And also, he could be a very good backup here for the 22-year-old current right back we've got. And also, we're planning on getting rid of Fabrizio Bustos, who's 27 and £30.5 million. So I think Livramento is a very, very good addition to the side. So I'm looking forward to getting him in. £28 million. And yeah, it's definitely worth it in my eyes. 20-year-old that's played in the Premier League already. Get him in. Right, I just want to show you something, guys. This offer that Fenerbahce thinks acceptable. £14.75 million up front for a player that's worth 30.5 mil, and they want us to pay 47.5k of their wages. Like, what? Are you kidding me? It's not going to happen, is it? Let's be real. Our next signing, guys, is Jude Bellingham. Now, I'm bringing him in from Leicester for, I think, £40 million combined. But it's going to be £21 million up front, apparently. Will be deducted from the transfer budget. And the fee is 40 mil. So let's go and do that. He looks like a fantastic prospect. and I think he can actually be a asset for this season. So we're bringing him in, and what's this? Demel Johnson, yeah, whatever, useless to us. But yeah, another good signing, I believe. Jude Bellingham, getting him in, he could improve a hell of a lot going forward. And let's proceed, hopefully, to the next bit of business. We've now made another signing. We've brought in Per Schurz in from Southampton, £22 million Dutch centre-back, 3-star current ability, 3.5-star potential. He's 23 years old. He looks really, really good. His determination 17, his heading 16, 6'3", first touch 12. He's a ball-playing defender as well, passing 14, tackling 13. He's got a little bit of pace. He's got some strength, natural fitness, balance, determination. He just looks like a player that I will enjoy to have. So Per Schurz, welcome to Leicester, my man. That last transfer has completely depleted our transfer budget. We're down to nothing. We've got no transfer budget. We're negative £37 million in the balance. But we expected that from all the players we was bringing in. We spent the whole £90 million and 2 million extra. So it's what it is. It's what it is, guys. We've gone out, we've tried to improve the side. I believe we've improved the side, and fingers crossed it'll be enough to progress. So we have just gone and brought in Nicolas Pepe on loan for the season. We're paying his wages, yes, 150k. It's quite a lot, but for a Premier League side that wants to be competing into Europe, that's probably about right, really. We got an optional future fee of £30 million. So if he does excel here this season, we might be able to sign Pepe permanently. But for now, he is here on loan for this entire season. So I'm looking forward to this one. It's going to be a great signing. And Nicolas Pepe, welcome to Leicester. We've just struck disaster, lads. Hudson-Odoi is out for 5 to 6 months with a broken lower leg. So we're going to have to go and try and find ourselves another winger. Centre specialist. Because it doesn't matter how much we have to pay. We're going to go and talk to him. We're going to support you during your recovery. Right. Looks like we're going to have to go out and try and find another player, guys. Another new signing. We're bringing in Darko Chulinov. Darko Chulinov from Stuttgart. We needed a replacement for the injury to Callum Hudson-Odoi, and he could either be the player or the next player we bring in could be the player. But this guy caught my eye. He looks really good for the price as well. I thought I'd get him in and have a couple of options. £7.75 million will be deducted, and I'm relatively okay with this transfer. Not a lot on wages, but I'm looking forward to see if we can get the work permit accepted for the Brazilian wonder kid that we're looking at. Another player we're bringing in right now, £1.3 million, is an 18-year-old called Mustafa Sane. I've seen him in the Marseille side as I was just scanning through looking for a replacement for Callum Hudson-Odoi, and he caught my eye. I believe he can grow into a player, and if not, we're definitely going to get more than £1.3 million for him in the future. So it's going to be a profit no matter what. Hopefully he'll turn into a great player. If he doesn't, he'll just be a great little bit of profit. Yes, guys, the Brazilian wonder kid, we've managed to get a work permit because of the fee we've paid and because of the wages we're paying him, hence the big wages. But he's 20 years old. He's called Gabriel Veron. And look at these stats. His determination will make him grow into the fantastic ability it shows. His current ability is good enough to be in the Premier League side. Crossing, good. Dribbling, good. Finishing, good. I mean, where's the bad part? His pace isn't fantastic, but he can train that. He's 20 years old. This is a great deal. This is an amazing signing, and I'm so happy to get this guy in. So let's go and confirm the deal. I'm very, very happy to be able to bring him into the club. He looked fantastic. And there's the accept. We've paid £16.75 million for him just to get the work permit. We've got 90k a week on him. I wanted to pay maybe about 50-ish, but he wanted about 80 and he wanted to add on to 170. So we've got it pretty cheap to what he was asking for. So I believe that is a fantastic signing. But what do the fans think? What does the media think? What does the board think? We're about to find all that out in a moment. And their response is B for the fans. Squad player and still could improve a lot. We'll send him on a language course. We'll get Tavares to talk to him and introduce him. And I think that is an amazing sign, and I'm very, very happy with that. So that might be our replacement for Callum Hudson-Odoi going forward. We've got a big friendly against Barcelona before the season starts for a bit of income. But I'm really thinking this could be the last bit of business we do in this transfer window. So, that was the last signing we made. And as you can see here, we spent £153 million this transfer window. And I didn't get him. I didn't bring in Benjamin Mendy, but I did everything from Callum Hudson-Odoi all the way down here to Gabriel Veron. So that was all me. And on this side, I've only just found out that we sold Takumi Minamino just before I joined, and Oliver McBurney before I joined, and I watched Soyuncu leave just in front of me, which is very, very annoying, but not a lot I could do about it. But this is where we took over and we started doing our bit of business. Where is he? I'm just trying to find the guy. Fabrizio Bustos. We let him leave in the end. We got an offer around £15.25 million. It's a profit on what they paid. Yes, he's worth £30.5 million when we sold him. But, we had to get rid of him. Get him off the wage bill. Alvarez went for £36.5 million to Wolfsburg. His actual valuation, he wanted out, so I let him go for £36.5 million. His value's gone up since he's joined a higher reputation side. I don't know why it works like that, but that's how it works. We let Cecilio Dominguez leave as well for a little bit of money. Needed him out of the way. £5.75 million is what we got for him. This deal was nothing to do with me. I've no idea who that is, in fact. Spencer Moxey. Must be a youth player. It is a youth player. Okay, well, we got £2.3 million rising to £5.5 million in a deal there. But yeah, it was a pretty successful transfer window, and all of that leaves us in the season preview. Where do they think we're going to be? Season preview, they think we are going to be 10th place after all those transfers. I'm realistically aiming for about here. 7th place, maybe 8th. But 10th is reasonable. 10th is reasonable. And our side we left, Cardiff City down here, they are one of the favourites to get relegated. So, I think we made the right call, guys. But, that is where we'll be leaving today's episode. I hope you've enjoyed this. If you are new around here, please subscribe for more. If you enjoyed this, please let me know and I'll do it next summer as well. But I've been Chris12 LFC, and I'll see you later.